Kings fans exhaling a little bit, at least for that half. Ryan in Sacktown, joined by Jerry Reynolds. The Kings close out the second quarter, the entire quarter, 42 points at the end of the first half, 68-49. Jerry, happy Friday, buddy.
Yeah, it is a happy Friday, especially, seeing the Kings actually getting out after it. Defense was aggressive and Domas just spectacular, just dominating and, yeah, doing what you should just beat the snot out of them.
Yeah, exactly right. Look, the Kings, is the chat is saying, they've been very aggressive. They've got to the free throw line 17 times already in this game, which I think is the big difference there. I guess the question for you, Jerry, is can this aggression translate to better teams? Or is this just what the Kings can do against bad teams?
Well, there's no way to know. We haven't seen it. And
Yeah.
that's, and that's what we need to see. We need to see it against Cleveland and Detroit on this trip. We've seen it at home and we've seen it earlier in the season at times. That's for sure. But, that stinker in Washington, that's hard to get out of your mind a little bit. And I'm glad to see the guys come out and really play aggressively. I thought Keegan Murray was really a key there early, just kind of set the tone more than any other King defensively.
Expand on that. What did you like from him defensively?
Well, the thing about him, his length, he's able to block shots. He certainly can switch out on just about anybody and also protect the basket. He really is a guy that could be an all-league defensive player, I think, in time. And still, and we're seeing him play better offense, more aggressively, kind of really pushing the ball. And, yeah, I think we're starting to see what we wanted to see from Keegan Murray, and hopefully his teammates, work to find him a little more.
Absolutely. The Kings started the game a game and a half behind the Dallas Mavericks for the 9 seed. Phoenix a game behind the Kings for the 10. Phoenix currently getting blown out in the second quarter in Boston for those that are scoreboard watching. Jerry, does Keon Ellis have a bigger effect on the offense or the defense when you start him? Because when I think about Keegan Murray, I think about Keon and Keegan being able to switch, something that I don't think Malik and Keegan can do.
Well, I do. There's no doubt that Keon has a real impact defensively. We've kind of always known that. I don't think we give him enough credit for the fact offensively how valuable he is. Not just partly because he really doesn't look to take a lot of shots, and you got guys on the floor with him that really are more hungry offensively. And he fits in and just takes good shots. You don't see Keon forcing anything. And I think on a team, quite honestly, that has some guys who will force shots, it's nice to have somebody.
Yeah. Super nice to have somebody like that. There's no doubt about it. Kings up 19 at the half in Charlotte. From here, they head into their difficult back-to-back. That's going to be a hard one, Jerry. How do you see? I don't want to look past this one, but is this the Kings' possibly only victory on this road trip?
Oh, very possibly. Obviously, the Cavs, since the Kings beat the Cavs in Sacramento not long ago, they're going to remember it. And they're still, they've pretty well got a number one spot in the East locked up. But, there may be some feeling that there's a slim chance maybe they could catch Oklahoma City. So I don't know. But, that's going to be awfully tough. And then, of course, Detroit's fighting for positions. And so I think you're going to get – so it's going to be really – they're going to have to play their A-plus game to get either one of these next two.
Completely agree with you. Kings, 4 guys in double digits so far. So offensively, exactly what you want to see. Almost a 70-point half for them. Jerry, Zach LaVine, aggressive tonight. 3 of 8 from the field, 10 points. What do you like so far?
Well, I like the fact that pretty much everything he's taken looks good. And I thought Domas is really doing a nice job of really trying to free him up. Seems to be looking for him a little bit, and because if you can get Zach going, he's capable of going for 40. We know that.
No doubt. Malik Monk seems to be happy to be back in Charlotte too. Good to see him back.
Yeah, his playmaking was so much better. We've seen him. Malik kind of forced the game a little bit, and a lot of turnovers are more than usual for him. And I think tonight it looks like Malik's getting, kind of playing with a lot of confidence and getting guys involved, especially Domas, and so that's a good sign.
Yep, very direct with his playmaking. It looks like that he knows where he wants to get, where he wants to go. The Kings have been fairly good with the basketball tonight. Devin Carter, 4 fouls in the first half, but Jerry, that's why you get 6, right?
That's why you get 6, and that's what you want from the rookies. Been out a while, go be aggressive, coming off an injury. So, he's still a work in progress. We all know that, and so it's unfair to even judge him really in a half a year after coming off a surgery. So, I'm just glad to see him back, and sure wish Jake Laravia would get back. I'd like to see him. I think it'd be nice if he could get him out there a few games. And I guess the other thing, I would almost love to see Coach Christie try the two bigs together in this game.
Yeah.
Just go in there and treetop them a little bit and beat them up a little bit, because I think I think those two guys would play well together.
Yeah. Why do you think Coach Christie is so hesitant to go to that? Does it just change things too much for them on the floor, or
Well,
preference?
I don't, I think he's still trying to just get a comfortable rotation, as maybe as much as anything. I mean, other than that, I really don't know. I mean, and I can understand not wanting to experiment in some games, but this would be a pretty good time. I would like to believe it would be a good time, maybe the second half, to do that.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And also pay attention to Domas. It looked like he kind of tweaked that right ankle, which showed up on the injury report earlier this afternoon. A really weird day for the Kings at shoot around. The fire alarm started going off, and there was actually something that happened in the building, and they had to vacate halfway through shoot around. But nonetheless, it has not affected them. 68-49. They are in the lead. Jerry with us. We'll be back post game as well. Grant will be here. We'll be talking about this one. Is there any way the Kings lose this game, Jerry?
I'm predicting Charlotte makes a big run and wins by 20. And the reason, and the reason I'm doing that, I have been so wrong the last couple. So I want to be wrong again. No, I'm picking the Hornets to go on a big run here and get an easy win.
100%. The Hornets are going to have a 60-point quarter.
Yes. I think we got to try a different strategy, Ryan.
We do.
What we've been doing ain't working.
We do. The Kings are going to score under. They're not going to score 100, Jerry. The Hornets are going to win this game 133-99.
That's pretty much the way I had it. I mean, the defense they're going to lock it down. So.
Yeah, for sure. No doubt about it. Could be a good game, too, to get your guys some rest if you can continue pushing this. And then that kind of gives you some time to play around with that back end of the bench as well, Jerry, and see if maybe there's some pieces there.
I hope so. Yeah, I sure hope so. There's no doubt that those guys would love to get some time. And, you're still with Isaac Jones, guys like that. I think you got to think there's still a reason to believe there's a player in there.
Yep, 100%. And in all seriousness, I think the only thing I worry about in this one, Jerry, is the Kings coming out and getting 3-point happy. Right now, they're 6 of 20 from beyond the arc, shooting 30%. I think you can only shoot yourself out of this game at this point.
Yeah, and there's really no reason to take anything other than wide open, easy threes, because you can go inside and get what you want. So, I'm not convinced the Kings, our team, necessarily needs to be shooting 53s anyway. I think we've seen enough evidence of that it probably isn't. They're not the Boston Celtics with the 3-ball, that's for sure.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Sacramento, not just playing some good basketball tonight, but Stockton. Did you get a chance to see any of the highlights of Mason Jones's 47-point game last night, sending them to the Western Conference?
I did. He really looked good. I didn't watch all of it, but I mean, I watched a good part of it. I just happened to remember his on, and yeah, he looked very good. And certainly looks like he's the kind of guy that can find a spot on the A roster, if not the King, somebody's roster going forward.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He has worked so hard from where he initially was when he first came to the organization, and Scal, a big night last night. Just some really good things going on in Stockton right now.
Yeah, it's always great to see Scal play well. What a wonderful young man, and and he can shoot the ball. I mean, that's one thing about Scal. It's just if he could get so he could probably rebound in the big show a little better, he might find a spot. But he's still young enough.
No doubt about that. Well, any big plans for the weekend?
Yeah, I'm gonna probably lay on my rear end and watch NCAA basketball, and that's about it. Probably, just I think looking forward to that and some golf. So that
Yeah.
not gonna get very far away from the home, and so I'm just hoping that maybe Mrs. Reynolds will cook me something to eat too. That's I'm not counting on it for sure. I said hope. I'm just hoping.
Well, if Mrs. Reynolds could hear me, it sure seems like a good weekend for chicken and dumplings. I'm just saying.
Oh, I'm starting to shiver on that.
Holy moly, Zimbabwe!
All right. Well, we are both taking the Hornets to blow out the Kings in this one. So.
Absolutely, it's Hornets. I don't think there's any way we can beat them.
We're
going to try that. We'll try that a while. See what happens.
We'll see what. Hey, we've tried everything else this season.
Yeah,
why not?
We sure have, and we have failed miserably. So try a different approach because we both. I mean, we need some beam, and we got to get it somewhere or another.
I'll tell you what. That the electricity bill at the G1C this year, they're probably qualifying for some rebates, Jerry.
I was going to say, boy, they haven't been using much lately, have they?
No, they've been lying with the dogs too much and getting fleas.
So,
all right, buddy. Well, I'll get you out of here. Thanks for joining us, and really good half for the Kings. Hope you have a great rest of the night. See you on Sunday. Well, actually, Grant will see you on Sunday. I will not. I will be in Stockton. So,
okay.
Have a great show with him.
I'll look forward to it. Always look forward to it, and I hope the Kings fans here are able to enjoy the rest of the half, and maybe good things are ahead.
Love it.
Okay, see you guys.
All right, buddy. The one, the only Jerry Reynolds. All right. Do you understand why we are taking the Hornets? I hope you understand that. What are your scores? Let's see. 121, 117. Okay. Bennett doesn't need rebates. No, they do not. Bennett's is excellent. Very, very good. Yeah, if you guys have not gotten a chance, go check out what's going on in Stockton. Not an expensive ticket. They are in the Western Conference Finals. Sunday night, they play the Austin Spurs. If they win, they go to the G League Finals. So go support your Kings. It is a fun brand of basketball, and it's not that part of Stockton. It is a good time to go, but we pay attention for now tonight, because that is Sunday, to this one. Second half getting ready to get back underway. 68-49, the Kings are leading right now. Again, a 42-point second quarter. The Kings can beat the Kings. The Hornets cannot beat the Kings in this half. So looking forward to hopefully talking about a victory on the other side. As I said, Grant will be with us post-game. We'll be talking about this one and the rest of the NBA. We'll see you in 24 minutes.